Okay, I think I'm recording. Sorry if I'm not going to sound like my usual chipper self. I've had like a really stressful week at work, and I'm just like physically and emotionally very tired. So I figured doing a video would make me feel better. I'm just like drained. Today we are going to be making sweet potato beef stew. It's a healthier alternative to your, usual white potato beef stew. The type that like McCormick peddles to. And it's not too expensive to make depending on what cut of beef you get. You can use anything. You can use bottom round. They come in those they're like the weird little round steaks that come in a pack of three. And like, unless you put them in a crock pot, they're pretty tough to cook. And you see them at the grocery store, and you're just like, why do they have that? Who needs a pack of three round steaks that are tough? But they sell them for $5. So that, could work to your advantage for beef stew. If you ever want to make beef stew and not want to spend like $12 on stew meat, I would highly recommend you get like the beef bottom round, or if you get those individually wrapped packs of ribeyes. They do sell them at Dollar Tree. I'm not like, I don't know. I'd be nervous about eating it, but then again, would get food from the pantry. So if you're not persnickety about getting individually, I can't talk today. Packed like those little individual ribeyes at Dollar Tree. If you get like three or four of them, you can cut them up and you can make this stew for really cheap. Or even if you go to Walmart where they sell the big bags, the bigger packs of like ribeyes, or any grocery store, you know the type I'm talking about. They're individually wrapped and they come in like a pack of six, and they're usually $6, $7. And if you divvy them out, use a few packs of them, cut them up, you can make this stew for cheap. So this is an idea. So those cheap ribeyes would work, the cheap bottom rounds would work, and with the vegetables and like you have on hand, you can make, a pretty hearty stew for maybe about $5, $5, $6, depending on where you get your ingredients. And it's hearty and it'll feed a family of four. But give me 1 second because I forgot one of the ingredients, which is water. Okay, I'm back. But like I said, this is a creative idea as to what you can do with cheap cuts of meat and pantry staples. If you want to make this super cheap, get those really cheap ribeyes and stuff and only use like a few of them, and you can make this stew for like $4 or $5. $6 at the most, depending. But yeah, whenever I go super cheap with beef stew, because I usually go to Aldi's, Walmart, and Dollar Tree for like everything, because I'm, on a budget. I eat poor. That's what I use, and I can make, this into a $5 dinner. So, your first ingredient is meat. This is actually a T-bone steak, which is what I just had on hand at the pantry. And I never know what to do with them because they just give you one steak, and you're just like, how can you help? How can this feed your family for the week? Because it's just one T-bone. So, beef stew. Like I said, I would take my suggestions. There are things you can do with those cheap ass ribeyes. And the next thing is we're gonna take tomatoes. I only had whole tomatoes. I would recommend the diced because these were cheap. You can get them for like 59 cents at Aldi's. And if you have the whole ones, just kind of crush them in there, which is what I'm doing. And just gross. Yes, just squishing them in there. So you gotta hear and see unpleasant sounds and visuals, but just crush them in there if you have whole ones. If not, just toss in a can of diced tomatoes, juice and all. And like I think I said in my previous videos, like for your pantry staples, always keep like bouillon cube or stock, tomatoes, and beans on hand, because there's a lot of shit you can do with simple pantry staples like beans and tomatoes, as you've seen in my previous videos. And I'm going to be right back because my hand's all saucy. Alright, I'm back. I had to wash my hands. Next, we have vegetables. You don't have to have like a set combination of vegetables, but the sweet potato is the must, and an onion. If you don't like green pepper, you can use celery. I took one large sweet potato, half of an onion, and one green pepper, and I cut them all up. So just use whatever veggies you have on hand, as long as one of them's sweet potatoes. And sweet potatoes are not expensive either, really. It's a healthier alternative to, you know, white potato. So I'm going to just put that all in there carefully. I've been hinting to my boyfriend I want a bigger crock pot for Christmas. How 1950s housewifey is that to say? I'm sure some feminazi is watching somewhere in the future. God only knows who my subscribers are. Thank you to the 105 who've subscribed, by the way. There we go. If I have room for it, I might actually add some carrots to this mix. I think I do. But like I said, because I get very flighty and distracted, thank you to the 105 people who have subscribed to me since my 100 subscriber video. I've obtained 5 more subscribers. And I love each and all 5 of you, and the 105 too. So, I'm just adding some baby carrots, or so I'm doing the lazy thing. I need to get rid of these baby carrots. Fuck it. They're all going in. I need to get rid of these. This is also a good thing if you have, like, you know, like when you buy a bunch of produce in an attempt to be healthy, and then, like, your produce is getting neglected. Like, you know, your basic carrots and celery and peas and stuff. So this is also a good thing. You can just add any vegetable that suits your fancy to it too. I need to get rid of my carrots and my that green pepper I've had for the longest time. So this is a good thing about stews, to dump it into a pot. So whatever veggies you have on hand. We're going to take 2 cups of water and add it into our stew. It looks so beautiful. And we're going to take 2 bouillon cubes and we're going to put them in there. If you have beef broth, just use like a couple cans of beef broth and omit the water. And it can be like the low sodium. But if you don't and just have bouillon cubes, 2 cups of water, 2 bouillon cubes. Now we're going to add our spices. I don't know if I'm going to add the salt though. Maybe just a little sprinkle. But we're going to add some pepper. Some garlic powder. Some onion powder. And if you're concerned about using bouillon cubes because they're high in sodium, you can omit the salt and then just, like, when the stew's almost cooking, judge for yourself if you want to add salt. But I'm going to add just a little sprinkle of salt because this is the light salt blend, the Salt for Life stuff that I acquired a long time ago. It's lasted me throughout pretty much most of my videos. And we're just going to stir this in there. Oh, shit. It splashed all over me. But just make sure you get it all mixed in there. Just mixed in there well enough so everything cooks evenly. You got your tomatoes and stuff. I just sound flighty and far away because I'm just really sad today. I'll feel better. Don't you worry about me. Just had a really bad stress week, which I'm hoping to go to school in the near future so I never have to work at a McDonald's ever again. Because I'm sick and tired of working jobs. I need a career, but I need money for that career. And so far, money and luck have not been on my side. Like, lately, they kind of have, because I have a nice, sweet very supportive and emotionally available boyfriend who's just always just been there for me and just lets me know it. So I am grateful for him. So hopefully this job thing will turn around and I'll feel better about stuff. And there you have it. And just cook it in the crock pot, the standard high on 4 hours, low on 8 hours. And it's a meal you can put together and, you know, have it cook all day while you're at work. Or if you just want to throw everything into a pot and all you have to do is wash a cutting board and a crock pot instead of doing a bunch of dishes. Or if you have a bunch of veggies you want to get rid of, it's good for that. And thank you for being my therapist. If you want to see more videos, like, subscribe. I don't care what you do. Have a good day.